You're in that hollow, late afternoon place, chest humming with tired panic, screen a mosaic of open tabs, a to-do list of nouns that just stare. You keep waiting for a feeling that will tell you how to begin, and every minute you wait, the gap grows. It's not laziness, it's not failure, it's having no handle to pull. The quiet trouble isn't the items on the list so much as how your brain can't turn names into motion. Stay with me. This short piece reframes the problem and points to one small practical shift you can use right now to turn hesitation into a simple, steady start.
It's late afternoon, or it's the kind of night that leaves the clock shy. The room is quiet, but your chest has that low, tired hum. Your screen is a mosaic of open tabs, each one tugging at a different thread. Your list reads like a museum label: email, report, laundry, budget. Nouns that just sit there and look back at you. You keep rereading the same lines and feeling the same fog settle again. You scroll as if one more swipe will hand you momentum. You promise yourself a big reset in a minute, and then the minute dissolves into the next. It does not feel like refusal. It feels like standing in front of your life without a handle. You want to move, you truly do, but there's no obvious way to begin, no first motion that catches. The engine is on, the car is in neutral, and the wheels go nowhere. Guilt creeps in, heavy and sticky, and the more it settles, the harder it is to locate the lever. You remember versions of yourself who could start with ceremony, who trusted that beginning would wake the rest. And underneath the noise of tabs and tasks is a simpler ache. You miss trusting yourself to begin.
You're overstimulated and underpowered, pulled between the fantasy of a clean slate and the reality of not knowing which motion belongs first. Time keeps slipping in the corner of your eye while you wait for a feeling that never quite arrives, and you're left peeking through the doorway of every task, stepping back, peeking again, losing a little more confidence each time. If this is where you are, it's not laziness and it's not a moral failure. It's the honest sensation of wanting to move with no handle to grab. You're not the problem. The way you're being asked to start is, and for the moment, all you need is a small, sturdy way to meet the next pocket of time.
Here's the friction, spoken plainly. Your brain doesn't execute nouns. It runs on action patterns, scripts with a first step, a rhythm, a finish. When your list says email, your mind has to guess the script. Are we drafting from scratch? Sorting what arrived? Deciding what matters? Or following up on something old? That translation is invisible, but it costs energy you don't currently have. Then your day shuffles you from decide to gather, to write, to wipe, and before any gear catches, you've already switched again. The result isn't a failure of character, it's the exhaustion of constant reloading. What hurts is not willpower, it's the absence of mode continuity. Your system is organized around outcomes and labels, nouns that describe results, rather than the motions that carry you there. Without a single motion to inhabit, you find yourself stuck at the doorway of every task, craning your neck inside and turning away because nothing tells your body how to be. The brain likes grooves, a repeated movement that reduces decision-making and keeps attention in one lane.
Nouns don't offer that. They force you to pick a lane over and over, which means every start feels like a cold start. And when every start is cold, your trust in yourself thins. You begin to expect the stall. You open a tab and feel the weight of choosing before you even touch the keys. You glance at laundry and think labels, clean, dirty, folded, without any motion to carry you forward. It is an architecture problem, not a motivation deficit. You are trying to run your day on headlines, and headlines don't move a body. What you're missing is a way to step into one continuous mode long enough for friction to drop. When the mind can live inside an action, instead of juggling labels, it paces itself. It stops switching, it starts moving. The labels can wait. The motion is the part that gets you through the doorway.
Try a gentler grammar. Treat time like language, and give the next 20 to 40 minutes one verb. Not a goal and not a plan, just a word that tells your body how to stand. Gather, sort, name, send, move, wipe, decide, ask, fix, rest, warm, cool. Let that verb set your posture. You're not doing everything. You're entering a mode. In a gather window, you collect stray objects, papers, tabs, thoughts. There is no deciding, no perfecting, only the arc of reaching and bringing things together, like sweeping a room with your eyes. In a send window, you push items out of your world. 2 emails, a simple text, a small request. You're not drafting essays. You're moving parcels across a threshold and closing the door. Sort is the quiet habit of putting like with like. Name is language as a lantern, renaming files, labeling cables, titling a document so your future self can see.
Decide is choosing A over B once, not forever, defining good enough in a line, picking tomorrow's top 2. Wipe clears grit so gears turn. Move gives your blood a plan. Ask pulls support into reach. Fix offers tiny patches that restore trust. And yes, rest is a verb. Selecting it on purpose is not an absence of work. It is work that repairs the system that does your work. Warm and cool are verbs of threshold, simple signals that mark a change in mode. The verb is a kindness. It shrinks the world until your mind can meet it. It narrows the field until progress is possible. Instead of juggling outcomes, you inhabit a motion, and a motion is something a tired brain can do. When you give the next pocket of time a single verb, you hand yourself a handle. The shame quiets, the fog thins, not by drama, but by direction. One word, one posture, one small window that invites you back into motion.
Right now, make it simple enough to begin. Choose one verb for the next 20 minutes. If you feel foggy, pick gather, wipe, or move, verbs with physical motion and low judgment. If you feel wired, pick send or decide, verbs that push things outward and lighten your load. Write the word large and place it where you can't miss it. One word on a sticky note at eye level or across your lock screen. Let it be your mode sign. Create a tiny container so your brain feels edges. 2 songs, a 20-minute timer, a cup of tea that cools as the minutes pass. Then stage only what matches the verb. For gather, open one surface and a bag or a fresh note page. Scoop scattered items, screenshots, and loose notes, and stop before sorting.
For sort, put like with like, email into folders, papers into stacks, photos into albums, with no decisions beyond same or different. For name, rename 3 files, label 2 cables, and title 1 document, because language clarifies reality. For send, reply to 2 messages, submit 1 form, and schedule 1 appointment so something leaves your orbit. For decide, pick between A and B on one thing, define good enough in 1 line, and choose tomorrow's top 2. For wipe, clear 1 counter, close 5 tabs, empty the trash, and restore a device to remove grit so gears turn. For move, walk 1 block, stretch your shoulders, and carry laundry to the machine. Let blood be momentum. For ask, text 1 friend for a time, email 1 question, and request 1 extension. Invite support in. For fix, tighten 1 screw, patch 1 sentence, and update 1 password. Let relief accumulate.
For rest, Place your head on a pillow for 7 minutes. Eyes closed, palms open, with no content, just breathing. For warm or cool, make a warm drink or splash cool water so your body marks the mode change. When a thought intrudes, draw a line titled Not My Verb, jot the thought beneath it, and return to your mode. You're not ignoring life, you're protecting a window. End the window by asking one question, repeat or rotate. If the verb is working, run it again. If you're restless, switch to a cousin, gather to sort, send to rest, and keep flow without bullying yourself. Over the week, build a personal verb palette. Notice which words give you traction when you're underslept, over-caffeinated, or anxious. Keep 6 to 10 verbs that fit your wiring and place them where your eyes can find them.
You don't have to salvage the whole day. You don't need a new personality, a bold system, or a dramatic surge. You need one word that tells your body how to begin. When your world narrows to a single verb, the shame quiets because there is nothing to judge, only emotion to inhabit. The fog thins because you are no longer translating nouns into scripts. The script is already in the word. Movement returns, not flashy, not loud, just real, like a door that finally opens because you turned the right handle. The nouns will keep. Email will still be email. Laundry remains laundry. The report will be there when your mind has heat again. Right now, you are allowed to move gently inside one mode and let small wins stack. A cleared counter, 2 messages sent, 3 files renamed so your future self can see, a 7-minute rest that makes the next window possible.
This is not about shrinking your ambition. It's about giving it something to stand on. Modes, not labels. Motion, not moralizing. Clarity, not drama. You're allowed to repeat a verb until the groove forms, then rotate to a cousin and keep moving. You're allowed to mark thresholds with warmth or coolness, to protect small windows with a line that says, "Not my verb," to treat your limited energy as a real constraint and a real teacher. Today doesn't need a grand reset. It needs a handle, something your hand can find in the dim and trust to turn. That handle is a verb you can choose right now. Pick one, write it where you can see it. Give it 20 minutes and let time become a language your body understands. When the window closes, ask the quiet question, repeat or rotate, and carry the gentlest answer forward. This is how momentum returns. One word, one posture, one honest start at a time.